on YouTube, and plus, like I mentioned about live on Twitch. Like I said, what we're going to talk about today is after I get this all set up, like we're going to talk about the moves that has been made by the Bucks so far. And I admit, like some of us are getting into a panic that they didn't make like these moves so far, and you just got to think about it. Like it will take time for some moves to be dealt with, and now with the new CBA rule, this is going to be a crazy and interesting free agency. And plus, don't forget the summer league is coming up as well. You can test out some of the new players, and I will also talk about the few players that the Bucks did sign for the summer league. Um, don't know much about them, but we'll try to explain as much as I can about them. Let me just try to go in here. New screencast. Let me try to sit upwards a little bit. And y'all probably gonna hear some noise in the background. That's like people, with fireworks. Yeah, like around this week, it gets bad when it comes to fireworks. It's just like all over the place, especially the fourth. And plus, normally we would have like fireworks here in Milwaukee on the 3rd of July. That's not happening. Um, I guess they're making excuses on why they. Well, one of them is like they didn't have the funds to do the fireworks, but there was more that was pointed out on the news than what they was talking about. So they was saying that it was going to interfere with the Republican National Convention, which ain't nothing until like a few weeks, well, 2 weeks away. So I don't know how that's going to affect anything, but like I said, just another excuse. So let's just go live in 3, 2, 1. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to WFSO Bucks Talk Special. Um, Already explained to people that's watching live on YouTube and also on Twitch, and I'm explaining to you guys for the pre-recorded version of the episode. Because that's why I do different. Like the pre-recorded version, you get to see from my screen and see what I'm talking about and what I'm trying to do with other instances, and plus just show you some news about the Bucks that are shown. But I know like I got to use my other phone. That's why I'm not doing the podcast thing tonight because I'm gonna need my phone to like go back and research some of the names that been that was like mentioned for like that joined the Bucks or joined the Bucks summer league and all that. And yeah, and we just gonna go by there. So what we're gonna start with first is like it was mentioned like sometime this morning or it was early this afternoon, like one of the two, that the Spurs are interested in Brook Lopez. But as some people, how they always on the internet, they get, a little bit carried away with, maybe we can get Victor Wembanyama. That's not going to happen, and I don't see it happening. It's like there's no way in the world they're going to get rid of Rookie of the Year for Brook Lopez and add like some other stuff. That's not going to happen. Um, yeah, and some to me just think like although teams are interested, but they might not have the amount of money to have like a 1 year rental. But I don't know. Somebody was explaining about these first tier, second tier, and third tier, and all that. And Boston spend most of their money, so they're gonna end up suffering like what I wouldn't say as much as we had suffered by keeping the old team and running it back. But yeah, they're keeping all their players for next season, but they spend like almost all their money. So we'll see how that works. Um, but yeah, so we just gonna look at some like see what the Spurs and Bucks can do. I don't know if they can. I don't know if the Spurs can do anything. So that's gonna be like one of the problems. Uh, after you guys that that's watching right now, this hasn't been updated, so we can't see like the draft picks or that's the sad thing they did on here. They still kept updated. They didn't update it not much of anything. They just got who are unrestricted free agent and also players that don't even either play in the league or they don't even they own another team. Just put it that way. So this is kind of crazy. So we're looking at the Bucks. So of course they want to get rid of Brooke Lopez, Pat Connaughton, possible. Chris Middleton is possible. Hey, what's going on? Um, I know they want to get rid of Brooke, get rid of Pat. Right now there's just some talks about Bobby Portis. Not sure if they're gonna keep Patrick Beverly, but all the words Jay Crowder is going to be gone because they're trying to go young and athletic, and I think Jay Crowder it's just ever since he got injured earlier last season, he just hadn't been the same when he came back. Like the thing was, like in the beginning of the season, he was on a roll, but it's just after he came back from his injury. I think it was like January, February, or something like that. He just haven't been the same, and that kind of sucks because they traded a lot. I don't know. It just depends on what you fancy for. But you see, like how would the Brook Lopez like trade would work? Well, first of all, that teams going to have to give up some picks, and I don't think the Bucks wouldn't care if they gave him like second round picks. Kind of like when the second round picks back for what they did when they traded for Jay Crowder. Somebody's getting chased. What else is new? Um. Anyways, so it's like there's no way they're gonna get rid of Victor Wembanyama, but let's see. Let's just do this trade Brook first. Then we're gonna see what the Spurs can do. Um, you got 23 million, and let's see how you can get 23 million off the books. Although Keldon Johnson was like a name that they was talking about, um, because although he's making 19 million this coming season, he'll be signed on for the next 3 years. Got Zach Collins for 16 almost 17 million for 2 seasons. I don't know if he has a player option or anything like that. That I don't know. Um, Devontae Graham, they got for 12 million, but that would be a slight 1 year. It'll be a 1 year rental too, but it's like what you're gonna end up trying to do with with the 12 million with that and whoever else you're gonna try to trade. Let's see. Sandro Malolinsky. I wish the Bucks would not get rid of him like they did, but they try to go young with the draft picks you got, but you end up like trading them. So yeah, that's just sad. Let's see. If I want to get Calvin Johnson, that is somewhat very close to a similar player as Pat Connaughton, but younger and probably a little bit more quicker. Let's see, that's 19 million, and you're trying to get rid of. You have to get 4 million added into the book. So yeah, there's no way, there's nobody that's making full like 4 million unless you do a. Let's see, 23 do 19, then yeah, because there's nobody that's making like about 4 million. Um, so you can add somebody if you want to. So let's just say they. I'm not putting Majah Beauchamp, but I don't like this. But let's just add Chris Livingston into the trade for give Spurs a young piece while we're trying to. So that'd be about okay 24 point almost 25 million. So let's say we go after Keldon Johnson and let's see, because you got the only person you got like making like close to like that much is like Jeremy Sultan. I don't know what was the weird thing with the Spurs. Like have him as point guard, which looked like it was a little bit of a mess. He did all right, but it was still like a little bit of a mess. Like having him as your point guard and you want to have him as your power forward. So I just thought that one was actually weird. But let's see if I can just say I'm not going to modify the contract. I'm just going to say that they probably did pick up his team option and let's just say trade to the Bucks. Yeah, the contract is like very close to being even. Although Spurs are 52 million under the cap, but according to the CBA, all trades gotta actually match. So let's just say Bucks do not Bucks, but Spurs do some cash. But we're gonna try to do to see if we can get some picks out the way. So although Spurs got like some picks, but they didn't really updated it. So because I think they had like a couple, I think they had a second round pick got traded away. I'm not sure, but let's see, they got Charlotte's first round pick of next year, their own first round pick, and Atlanta's first round pick. I think it was for the trade for Devontae Murray, and they got Chicago's first round pick. So let's just say they trade a 2025 first round pick for the Bucks, and Bucks will be okay in 2026 because they got a first round pick swap with New Orleans. So let's go with a 2027 second round pick, And who else we can get? 2028. Uh, oh, they got a lot of second round picks for 2028. So they got like 4 2028 second round picks. So let's just say they trade that one via Minnesota, which is probably going to end up being a high one anyway. Maybe they can find somebody in the second round. And we're not going to do 2029. Wait a minute, they got 3 2029 second round picks. So do that to Clippers, and let's see, that probably be a trade that'd be worthwhile. And as you can see, Spurs will still be under the cap if they made this move. And the trade is like the cost of it is like very close to being even, but which is added with trade. So that probably be the closest thing that they can do. And just say like Spurs threw in like cash considerations. I know that the Bucks can't do that, but Spurs can. Um, let's try this trade. Yeah, it will work. Although once again, they got Spurs plus 4 wins, a little bit better on offense and way better on defense. But the Bucks, they got like -4 wins. Of course, more minutes to give out, but a little bit off on offense, but they're off on defense. But then again, like I said, this website ain't fully upgraded to like what moves that has been done, especially the moves that have been done today. So it has not updated yet. So I'm gonna show y'all something right quick before we get on to like other news about today. So let's go to clues and let's look at the picks that, of course, y'all know the first round pick for the Bucks ended up being AJ Johnson, and the third pick ended up being Tyler Smith, I believe. I think it's Tyler Smith. Probably wrong on that one. Although they don't have a pick next season, but they get that one from Spurs via Atlanta. Then you got, of course, your first round. Of course, the Pelicans hold the rights to swap. Um, Second round for 2027, second round for 2028, and second round for 2029. Which I think they'll be, the Bucks will be okay with that. Then you got your 2030 that Portland has holds the right to swap, which I don't think they will because like if they're not that great as because they ain't that great, but I think most likely Portland may not want to swap. They may just want to stay where they're at unless Portland got like more picks. Then they got their 2031 first round and second round pick, which I seriously doubt it that they're going to trade. And Spurs are like got the draft picks like out of the wizard, so yeah, they still would be fine with the stuff they get. And plus, they got their own picks as well. They didn't trade for, so in the end, it will all work out. Although Bruno Lopez would be like a rental, but maybe they can, if he does good there, maybe they'll want to keep him there and give him like maybe a short term deal because I know he's like 36 and they may not even keep him that long. So that may work. So enough that. Let's see if there's any updated news on Bleacher Report. But I gotta get my phone out. Although I'm like got multiple phones like shooting from one angle to another on things. So having some phones actually does the trick. So it was real helpful. Um, I'm going to read out a few things that the Bucks had done, since the draft, because I think we don't need to repeat like who they picked for the draft. But let's see. I think that's old, ain't it? Yeah, that's old. Okay, that's crazy. Sam Cassell had two rings for his rookie and sophomore year with Houston, and now he got a ring with Boston as being an assistant coach. That's just crazy. Um, okay, let's get serious. And Adrian Wolnowski, nope, no news on anything else besides the Obama thing, so we missed out on that. We'll check out Butt Zone. Um, let's see. Oh, Tyler Smith. Okay, yeah, Tyler Smith. Okay, I was right. One thing we know that Tyler Smith will wear number 15, and AJ Johnson will wear number 77 on the roster. So the Bucks added former Villanova guard Justin Moore to their summer league roster, not their official roster, but summer league. And he looks like he's a shooting guard from the videos that I've seen of him. He actually a good shooter. I think he's good on defense too. So I guess they're going to see how he is in the summer league. I don't think they will sign him because I don't know. I just got a feeling that they won't. But unless they want to put him in like the G League, which they could do, because there's also still other players out there that didn't get drafted that they can still grab. Let's see, it was somebody else they grabbed too. Um, well, we'll get to that one in the. Okay, here we go. Again, they also grabbed from the overtime elite. I think that's the no, that's I think that's from like another I think from out of the country, I believe. They end up getting overtime elite forward Jalen Lewis into their summer league roster, and I know he's a 6'10" power forward. I don't know, he's had the opportunity to play center or whatnot, but they got like a little bit of highlights of him. Look like he can dribble, he can shoot, um, good passer. Um, Decent post up game, good mid range shooter. I think they're doing nothing right now but just showing offense. Yeah, they just mostly like just showing like his offense. They're not showing like how's he on defense or whatnot. Oh, but no, the overtime elite is in the United States, but I think they just okay, now it's just repeating. Okay. So they got him for the summer league. And of course, they got AJ Johnson and Tyler Smith from the drafts that they had, first round pick and second round pick. And I know a lot of people was questioning like why get AJ Johnson early. So I don't know. Maybe them two may be the future of the team, but I know they want to get young and all that stuff. So who knows? Some players, I should say, picked up real quick, and some of them is going to take like a bit. Okay, now the two free agents that they signed today, of course, they got Delon Wright. He agreed to a 1 year deal. It's 3.3 million. Um, six, yeah, they say 6'5", 6'6", can be a combo guard, but most likely they're thinking he's going to be end up being a backup point guard for Damian Lillard, a 3 and D star, 3 and D guard as well. So that's a plus for them. Although he's like 32, but still like you having him for a year, it's not going to be like a big deal or something like that. So that's just me. Um, Stanley Umnu, sorry if I said his name wrong, is signing a 2-way contract with the Bucks. So a 6'6" with a 6'10" wingspan and good athleticism, quickness, and a good on ball defender. With the 24 games he played with Detroit, he shot 45% from deep last season. So, that's a plus. But then again, Detroit got like a whole bunch of young stars already, so I think they wasn't going to be able to keep them. And let's see. Of course, we talk about Brook Lopez. There are teams that interest him, like the Lakers, Pelicans, which I don't think they're probably going to be interested for him for long. And also, Spurs are interested in him. That's the new team that we tried to do the trade with today. So you saw that, and I think all we just waiting for now is summer league, and that's going to start like in a few weeks. I'm just trying to see if anything was updated. Really nothing. Okay, so I can get off that and let's see if there's anything in Bleacher Report about any moves that been made, or we probably gonna end up have to wait. Um, oh, nothing since or a little bit before 7. That Delon Wright is going to the Bucks. So otherwise, just looking at other trades, or signees that happen. But yeah, although the Bucks, ooh, excuse me, didn't make any trades yet, but I think right now they're on to the right direction. They just got to see who's gonna, take, the Brook Lopez contract and how they're gonna get rid of Pat Connaughton. Um, my idea for like get rid of Pat Connaughton, I have one idea, and that's to maybe just like waive him. But I know they'll be owing like 9 million for him this season. Then next season he will have a player option. So which most likely he probably would have kept it because he loves it here and you know he won a ring here. But unless he make like a dramatic change and like a better shooter than he was when we got him the first few years, maybe they will like keep him. So let's see, he's been working off in the off season. Um, but yeah, most likely, the Brook Lopez is most likely gone. And I know they mentioned that everybody except for Dame and Giannis is on the trade block. So we already know that Jay Crowder is not coming back. Who else? From the looks like it, Patrick Beverly may not come back because the thing is he want a raise, and I don't think the Bucks will have that probably only most they probably can give him as a raise is sign him for that mid-level exception, which I think they didn't use it yet, so they got the 5.2 million mid-level exception. So and if they want the Nassas back, although he's not going to be playing for most of the season, this upcoming season, give him a vets minimum. Um, Maybe also I think that's the only thing Patrick Beverly would take, like a vets minimum, because there's probably he gonna have no choice. Cause like, okay, defensive mind, perimeter, size, and range with Dion Wright. So really there ain't any moves that they done. So yeah, nothing. Um, let's see, like players that are still available. So you got Caleb Martin, Dennis Smith Jr. is still available. Spencer Dinwiddie still available, and we know well that Malik Beasley is not coming back to the Bucks. Sadiq Bey is available. Gary Trent, but I don't think the Bucks will be have enough to get him. Buddy Hield, not sure about that. Um, Tyus Jones, Miles Bridges. I know Charlotte and Miles Bridges are working on something, but let's see, I haven't got anywhere yet. DeMar DeRozan is a free agent and is available. So, like, LeBron James is still available, but they are working out something that they can do. So they lucked out on Klay Thompson and on Paul George. So it's like, what the Lakers gonna do? They're gonna end up have to be, stuck with what they got on, maybe sign some of their free agents that they have. Let's see. Yeah, there's really not much Bucks news besides those and over the weekend that I just mentioned. So yeah, just refresh it one more time before I call it a night. Let me wait for this to load up. Then if it says the same thing, then we're just gonna end it right here. So a little bit over a half an hour. So I apologize. Yeah, it's mainly the same thing. So I know on some platforms like with Twitch and YouTube Live, we went a little bit longer than we should. Um, like I say, thanks for you guys that's watching on Twitch. Please follow us on here. We will try to do more content, something like this or something else on Twitch. So stay tuned. And I know I got a lot of videos to do this week, especially for Money in the Bank is coming up on Saturday. Then you got Sunday NXT's Heat Wave. So yeah, a lot of interesting stuff. Then I know in a couple of weeks, I think you got Slammiversary, and can't think of any other pay per views that's like coming up. But yeah, I know AEW don't got a pay per view coming up. Um, they ain't got one until next month. No, know about NWA, but I haven't been catching up with their pay per views. So yeah, I'm kind of stuck on that one. So I need to catch up on my NWA. So yeah, and you guys on YouTube, appreciate y'all watching. Please like the you know like the video. It'll help the channel. Same thing with subscribing to the channel. It would really, really help. Um, Plus comment too. So like, what do y'all think about the moves that the Bucks had done so far, or what do you think that what I read out, what the Bucks had done so far? So leave your opinion on there. Um, Also check out our past videos if you like Bucks content and also pro wrestling content. You would like this video, and I hope you saw like the last few videos that I've done. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Especially I kind of went on like talking about a report, then end up giving up like an idea that I'm gonna do. So I'm still gonna do that, and yeah, just like I'm gonna like write the layout soon, like how I want to do it, and we just go from there. So it might be like a one video thing or maybe a series of videos just to put them out there because like I said, no, not only I'm just gonna get my opinion on like what like some of the federations like WWE or TNA and things like that will give out my opinions with what they should do and stuff. I might get like other opinions from other people too, so that's a possibility. So just stay tuned on that. Um, in other words, I just had to look at something. Sorry, but yeah. Thank our sponsors: Art from the Heart, Moving Dudes, Toy Dimension, and Trophy Athletic. More information about those sponsors, check out their website. Well, check out our website, I should say, wrestlingfanspeakout.weebly.com. Check out upcoming events. That's in the Midwest. Also, look at the meet and greets that's happening in Illinois and Wisconsin. And also, you know, check out like updated photos that we took, or you can also check out um, videos like this one on there as well. But you can also just, stay right here on YouTube for like updates on videos and stuff like that. And yeah, probably the next time you probably gonna hear from me is like whenever some news break out about the Bucks or some wrestling news may break out. But the next time I think y'all gonna hear from me will be this Friday. Where I talk about my predictions on Money in the Bank pay per view, since like all the teams from the women's side and the men's side for Money in the Bank is all set, and I think the matches is all set too. But I guess I'm still hating the not having the quantity of the match, but having quality instead. But I'm starting to get used to it, but we'll see what happens. Um, Once again, guys, thank you for watching. Until the next video, and you guys have a good one. And see you later.